This is from Biafrans Got Talent. We are letting Biafrans know the reason why we should remember those who gave their lives for us, those who died that we may live.
You died to end my suffering. You died fighting for my freedom. Your blood is the seed of redemption. You are my inspiration.
The deed no wrong but them, military shots at them. 67 to 70, we remember them. 2016, 38 May, memory still lives in our mind till today. Wonder why they refuse to publicize the genocide. The world media turn blind eyes to our plight. It's time to arise, land of the rising sun. Let's rise one more time, let's rise.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Ipocha massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Tell them I got that day. Remember when me tell you say I got that day. Yeah, I remember that one that called us a Bruce Mero. But the way you go like a Papa Nuku. But them way when you me tell you what I look on the walk on the Samiro. Me tell you what I day. For me the front and the rest of man I tell you what I day. Me know that you come me tell them
I want to promise you something today. We must fight together. No retreat and no surrender. We must hold them down till the end of time. The most important thing is that we will restore Biafra. May your soul rest in peace.
I look up to the sky with tears in my eyes. For other Biafrans, if for freedom had to die, we will never forget you as the days go by. You are always in my heart, you'll never be apart. They fought for our freedom, they died for our freedom. They fought the Nigerian soldiers in the war front, without food, without guns, for our freedom, for our life, for our own good, for our children. We love them, our heroes, we want them.
My heart bleeds when I saw them slain. Where will I be now if not then? They will remain indelible in my heart forever, 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 and never, and never, and never.
We serve in your plantation, and the way you paid us back with your bloody starvation. We play in our history that the death of my people is a mystery. No going back to get to a victory. I had a voice now call for vengeance. I never get bombed, I'ma blow like a vengeance.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Ipocha massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Where will I be now? If not you, you died at Mali.
They were starved to death because of our freedom, and they paid the debt for our freedom. Flag high for those that died in the genocide, fighting for you and I. There is pain in the heart, we bleeding inside, tears in the eyes, so I'm following you.
This is for my fallen heroes. Give them a motivation, people. It's like I'm looking at myself in the mirror. Cause to be a cast, I need to be a nurse. If we did not retire,
They paid the ultimate price. They died for me, for the freedom of unborn child. We live for the legacy.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes.
akarịrị m ihe mbe na-eme mbe si ma chọrọ ofu ukwu ehi ma nke ọzọ mụ achọrọ ehi niile ma ụkwụ ya ma aka ya ma isi ya ma olu ya anyị ga-adọbiri wee pụọ na nke onwe anyị tigata azụ etu anyị nọ tupu ndị ọcha wee bịa ebe a nwa aha obodo ebe a nwee ndị mmadụ n'ime tupu nwa bekee si ebe o si hapụ obodo ya ọ bịa ebe a ọkpọrọ onye nke ọkpọrọ okeke ọkpọrọ okafọ dakata anyị isi ọ sị n'ụbọchị nke taa na anya aha anyị wuzi Naijiria anyị na-aza aha na-enweghị omimi n'ime ya ihe ngwa gị gbasị biko kọwara m ihe Naijiria pụtara enwepụghị kọwara m ọmụa ga-aza aha osimiri ka osimiri ga-aza aha mụnwa n'ihi ihe anyị na-ekwuwu na ebe a rụgidere ụlọ anọ ọ jọgburu onwe ya ọ dịghị mma Naijiria agaghị emekọtanwu ihe ọzọ ihe ọjọọ emego n'obodo a arụ emego egbugo ndị be anyị aka na-egbukwa anyị ndị Fulani wee chere na mabata be anyị ka na-egbukwa ndị be anyị ruo ụtụtụ echi a na-asị m na ọ ga-adị mma oge ọ na-ekwekwu ka nwee mmekọrịta ọ bụ nke ndị nrụkọ nke ndị ụmụnne ha egosighị anyị ọtụtụ mgbe ha kpọrọ anyị asị onye ajụrụ ajụ na-ajụ onwe ya ha jụrụ anyị aja ama njụ onwe anyị agbanyeghị na anyị nwe ngwa ahịa n'ugwu Awụsa agbanyeghị na anyị na-azụ ahịa ebe niile dị iche iche na-eme nke ọma kama onye gara ndụ kpakụ onye rie niile ọ Ndụbụisi ka anyị na-ekwu okwu ya ka anyị cheghata azụ ebe a ruo obodo anyị ka o wee maa mma wee karịa obodo ndị ọcha na mma ọhịa anyị na-arịọ nwekwe na ugwu nwee nkwanye ugwu n'ime onwe anyị ọnwa anyị pụọ n'iro a na-etigbu anyị pụọ n'iro ekwu okwu asị ọ bụ gịnị ma anyị ji wee ekwu okwu ọnwụ ihe ndị a ka anyị sị na anyị agaghị anabatakwa ya ọzọ
akụkọ akọrọ anyị bụ na ọkụkọ na ewu agaghị nzukọ ụmụ anụmanụ a na-emezi mgbe ọbụla a chọrọ ịchụ aja ejiri ọkụkọ maọbụ nwụchụ aja mgbe ọbụla a chọrọ ime ka Naijiria dị n'otu enwe ha na-etozi mgbe kpam akpụrụ ndị Igbo ọ pụtara na anyị bụ ọkụkọ maọbụ ka ọ pụtara na anyị agaghị nzukọ mere ya bụ ihe eji eme anyị bụ ndị Igbo ụdị na ọbara ndị Igbo awụkpafu n'obodo Naijiria karịa
ọ bụ site na akpọmasị ihe na-eme anyị dị ka ihe mere ndị ji oge mgbe gara aga etu ọkụka mba niile dị iche iche ji kpọọ ụmụ Izrel asị a na-egbu ha a na-egbu ha a na-egbu ha afọ niile aka na-egbu ha o wee ruo oge ugbu anyị asị na ogbugbu a na-egbu anyị na ọ dịghị anyị mma ọ ka mma na onwe ihe kwegbuo anyị nwu nwere onwe njem a nke anyị na-aga kama na na-esi etete n'ụtụtụ asị na onwe onye gburu ebe a onwe ha na-ekwu okwu odo na nyere onwe onye n'aka ụkọchukwu n'ugwu Awụsa ebepụ isi ọnwụghị ofu ugboro ọnwụghị ugboro abụọ ọnwụghị ugboro atọ ọnwụghị ugboro anọ ọ bụ ruo ole mgbe ka a ga-egbugide anyị wee rue anyị asị mba na anyị ga-aga ka anyị nwee ike wee nwere onwe anyị ọ ka mma na anyị nwụrụ ebe anyị na-azọ nwere onwe tụbụ na anyị nọ n'ụlọ etu a mmadụ ibe mabata n'ime ụlọ mbịa bupụ m isi a sị na-achọghị ụdị nka ọ bụghị anyị maka a ga-eji wee chụọ àjà ọzọ
onye si na ya ga-ata anyị ahụhụ ma ọ bụ na anyị ife arụsị anyị wee na-efe arụsị mgbe were iwe gị na ọmụma gị wee bịa leta anyị ụmụ anyị wee na-anwụsị ụfọdụ nọ n'ụzọ ije ha anaghị alọta ụlọ ọzọ nne na nna wee na-ata ahụhụ wee na-ata ikikere eze nwaanyị konye ka ọ gaa ubi gaa rụọ ọrụ Fulani chiri ehi bata ebe ala gị n'iyi okwu ebepụ ya isi anyị bụ ka anyị kpọpụ onye nwe anyị n'ugwu Awụsa ahụ ejide anyị wee gbuo ihe ọ bụ anyị mara aka n'ime ha si maka ha aga n'ihu elekwa ọdụ ụgbọ mmiri n'igwe ọcha bụ ememiri ọhịa nke dị na Kalaba otu aka ahụ anyị na-ala nsọ ebe Biafra bụ ndị kọstọm sokwenye anyị n'etiti anyị anọghị n'ime mmiri kama kọstọm juru ebe niile ha wee na-ata anyị ahụhụ anyị kwuo ekosịpụta anyị ka kpọchie anyị kwuo ekosịpụta anyị ka gbagbuo anyị onye nwe anyị na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe ọ bụ ụzọ dị agaghị isi ekwu ndị nwe anyị anya wee karịa ndị nke gị akwa anyị bụ ụmụ Chineke akwa ọba aha anyị ka anyị na-aza akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza ike Chukwu akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza amara Chineke akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chisom akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chizoba nna nke dị nsọ onye ime eluigwe dịka otu onye obi na anyị bụ ụmụ gị bịa ka iwe zọpụta anyị bịa ka iwe napụta anyị n'aka ọjọọ ihe bịa ka iwe lụọrọ anyị ọgụ bịa ka iwe dịtụ ozu ọ bụ ọkọwa mgbe emilere Goliath Chineke nna nke igwe ruo ememiri Fero sikwa otu a mee ka Fero bụ ọgụzọ n'ihu ụmụ ndị anyị ga-ebi ka o wee taa akọkọ igiri ụtọ ọzọ ị ga na-edu anyị n'ụzọ niile nke ezi omume ọ bụla adịghị na anyị na-aga ndagwurugwu onyinye ọnwụ ọ bụ nwa bụ ekele n'igwe n'ụwa nwunye ọbụla kere gị nweghị malite nweghị ọgwụgwụ kama anyị onwe anyị gwa anọkpa ahụ ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ n'ezie
kama ma akọ na okwu gị na-anọgide ebe mgbe ebighị ebi ọ bụ ya mere anyị ji were gị n'anya isi anyị wee na-asị nna nke dị nsọ bịa ka iwe gosi anyị Biafra na ndụ na-abụghị n'ọnwụ bịa ka iwe na-ekebe gị na amara gị wee kpuchiri anyị ka uwe bịa ka iwe zọpụta ndị nke gị bịa ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee bịa ka anyị na-ewetụta na nsọpụrụ na ịja mma site n'aha gị onye bụ Chukwu nke abịa ma
Welcome. Thank you for joining us on this very evening program. It's going to be another quick one, as we always do. We have promised to always come in the evening. No matter how tight our schedule is, we will always be here to speak to Biafran people. So I welcome everyone that has connected to this program, wherever you are connecting from, wherever you are watching us from. I welcome you. I appreciate you for being part of the program. As you join us, I urge you to like and share the program to all platforms. Share to family and friends. Share to those who are close to you so that they can join us on this very program. It is a very important one. If you look at the topic that we choose there, the title, you will see what is written in the title. Military onslaught continues. Has Nigeria declared war on Biafra? That is the topic we are discussing. Has Nigeria declared war on Biafra? Military onslaught. Military onslaught continues. So as we speak, Biafra land is under attack. Biafra land is under attack. It is no longer a propaganda. It is no longer a blackmail. If you don't know, you better know now. Biafra land is under attack. Nigerian government, as we speak now, they are attacking Biafra. So we will continue to give the update and we continue to inform the world about the situation. It is something that we cannot be able to keep quiet about. So wherever you are watching us from, I urge you to like and share this program. Share to family and friends. Share to anyone you can be able to reach so that we can create awareness. We can create awareness so that the people can know what is going on in Biafra land. Some of us do not understand. Some of us think it's easy. It's not an easy task. The Liberation Army of Biafra are facing a very difficult situation as we speak. The Liberation Army of Biafra, they are at war with the Nigerian government as we speak. So we have to create this awareness. I want everyone that is watching this program to remember that in this platform, we don't come here to instigate violence. We do not come here to preach hate. We don't come here to attack people or individuals. The only thing we continue to do in this platform is to tell the world what is going on in our land. We will continue to create this awareness. As they hide them, we're going to bring them out. That is why we are here. We will continue to show the world what is happening in Biafra land. We will never relent. So my fellow Biafrans, wherever you are, invite your neighbor. Tag any journalist that you know. Tag any human rights organization that you know. We are here to spill the beans. Biafra land is under attack. In Imo State, Hope Uzodinma and Tinubu have unleashed mayhem in Osun, in Imo State. As we speak, they came to Osun with armored tank, bombing the area, destroying properties and lives for no reason. Everyone knows that there is no terrorists in that very area they are going. Biafra land as a whole, Biafra land, they are not the terrorists we have in Biafra land. We have said it over and over. They are the Nigerian military. Nigerian government itself is sponsoring the terrorists into Biafra land. They conduct several false flag operations. And for the record, Go and check. You will never hear any place in the news where they say the Liberation Army kidnapped somebody for ransom. There has never been any, and you will never find any anywhere where they say the Liberation Army went and kidnapped somebody. They have never kidnapped anybody, no matter who the person may be. We have not heard them, they went and carried students in the school, go to the church and destroy church or mosque. They have never. The Liberation Army has never destroyed church. They have never destroyed mosque. They have never gone after any innocent person. The job they have been doing right from the time they were operating under ESN, the job they have always have is to drive away the terrorists in our forest. They drive away the terrorists in the forest, and they have been there in the forest driving away these terrorists. And because of their presence, that is why we do not have IDP camp in Biafra land. That is why we do not see the terrorists doing what they are doing in the north in Biafra land. But Nigerian government have seen that the terrorists cannot penetrate except they support, they give them support. The same way they are giving them support in the north. The same support they are giving to the terrorists in the north, that is what they want to be given to them in the southeast. But the Liberation Army said no, it will not happen. They have tried on different ways. They have tried on different methods. They have applied so many methods, but it doesn't work. And each time they go ahead to conduct these operations, they fail. They have never been able to penetrate. When we say that the military in Biafra land that claim to be Nigerian military are all terrorists, it is not a propaganda. Whenever you hear a kidnap in Biafra land, it always happens near a checkpoint, near a barrack. There was a time one of their agents they are using confessed that they had their camp at the back of police station. So these things we are saying every day is not just that because we want to say it or want to make noise. There are video evidence to every single thing we are saying. It is not a propaganda. It is not a lie. And the international community must pay attention. That is why we will never stop talking. We will continue to talk. We will continue to shout. We will continue to make noise until our voice is heard. Because we cannot afford to allow these janjaweeds to change the narrative. We cannot afford to allow these criminals to tag us what we are not. We must continue to call on the international community to know what is happening in Biafra land. As we speak today, even as you are watching this program, the terrorists in Biafra land are attacking the innocent ones in Osu. Terrorists in uniform. One of the terrorists even made a video. An ex-convict, somebody who was just released in the prison, made a video in the front, working with the same terrorist military. With the same tiger base that is selling human pass in Imo State, sponsored by Hope Uzodinma. Tiger base that people were protesting and asking the government to shut down, that are involved in organ harvesting. Tiger base is part of those that are attacking the Biafrans today in their camp. Aseret Okubo boys is with those attacking Biafrans. This is the same man who has boasted that he's going to wipe away the Biafran people. We have seen him on camera threatening the entire Igbo land. But it is so sad that we do not have a representation. The greatest problem we have in Nigeria, we don't have anybody representing us anywhere in the contraption called Nigeria. We don't have any lawmaker. We don't have any governor. We don't have anybody, any senator representing us. That is why today terrorists are operating in Biafra land in broad daylight and nobody is confronting them. Broad daylight, terrorists are operating in Biafra land. Nobody is confronting them. Nobody said anything. A land flowing with milk and honey. a land that Chukwu Okike Abịama have prepared for us. The most peaceful section of that country, the very peaceful area where things are going as normal, where human life is being valued. But today, in the order of late Muhammad Buhari, and today, in the order of Tinubu, they push all manner of terrorists, they push all manner of criminals in Biafran land, and they want to destabilize the area by fire, by force. And you want us to keep silent and pretend it's not happening. You want us to keep silent and pretend that all is well. We will not pretend. We will never pretend. We will continue to call out this atrocity. We will continue to call out the enemies of the people. We will continue to call out these terrorists that want to take over our land. And we are going to meet them head on. Wherever you are watching this program, do not keep silent. Continue to shout and speak. Just like our brothers in Israel have been able to push, and today, the name Biafra is mentioned in Israel. Not just anywhere, in Knesset. In Knesset. In their parliament, Biafra is mentioned. The discussion of Biafra has entered Israel parliament. And I bet you it is a game changer. We have worked for this for more than 50 years. We have pursued this for more than 50 years. And finally, Biafra is mentioned in the parliament of the state of Israel. Our brothers and sisters in the United States, we are looking unto you. We are waiting. Apart from the Christian genocide that is on the table, we expect our brothers and sisters in the United States to do more. At this time, the name Biafra must be mentioned by the strongest nation in the world. No matter what happens, we will never back down. Wherever you are watching this program from, you have a responsibility to act. Don't wait for me. I will not wait for you. Don't say because your brother is not doing it, because your sister is not doing it, you will not do. No, it is a responsibility for all of us. If you know that one you can do it. We don't want propaganda. We don't want blackmail. Just do it. When we see it, we will applaud you. Just like the one we saw our brothers representing IPOB in Israel did. They did a great job. Even a blind man, only a wicked idiot will see that thing and will not post it. And you call yourself a Biafran. Only a wicked person who is not ready for Biafra will see what they did. And because he is IPOB, they didn't call your group name. You will not support it. And some of you will begin to talk down on that thing. Biafra, for the very first time, was recognized in the parliament of Israel for more than 50 years. If there is anything like recognition, this is what is called recognition. You can term that recognition, even though it's not recognized as a country. But our problem has been recognized in the parliament of Israel. We saw the video. I played the video here. You saw it. I saw it. If you have not seen where I play it, go and check the channel. You see the video. That is what you can be able to term as effort, as lobby. Not propaganda. Not propaganda, unnecessary things. You come and say things that is normal. You just come and talk about something that have been existing that will be seen. And you claim you are doing something. No. When you do something, regardless the group that did it, we will applaud you. That is why we are here. We will promote it. We will support you. And that job that was done by our brothers and sisters in Israel is excellent job. I applaud it. I appreciate it. I pray for them. I wish them well. It is on my behalf, on our behalf, for our benefit, not for one person. And that is how the cause be. That is why each time I come, I will continue to shout about unity of purpose. Unity of purpose. Very, very important. That is why each time I come, I talk about unity of purpose. It is not enough to come and make noise, looking for personal gratification, looking for praises. Some of us have turned ourselves to praise singers. Some of us in this agitation, we have turned ourselves to praise singers. That you will come to a platform, if they are not calling the name of the person you like, or if you are not calling the name of your group, if no matter how important the discussion is, you will not like it. Simply because your own group name is not called, or the person you are worshiping, the name is not called. For me, I don't worship anybody. I do not worship. I only worship Biafra because it is my religion. Apart from Biafra, there is nothing. I don't promote any nonsense apart from Biafra. No matter who you are, I don't care. And I don't need any permission from anybody to say what I want to say. Anything that has to do with Biafra, regardless where it is coming from, I will promote it, I will support it, I will speak about it. If you don't like it, you hug transformer. Continue to wallow in your idiocy. One day you will wake up and you realize that you've been wasting your time all this while. So, my fellow Biafrans, we are in a critical condition. Biafran land has been invaded once again, and the military attack in Biafran land have intensified, even though it has never stopped. The attack against our people has never stopped, but they have intensified the attack. Osumohu, as we speak, is under invasion. Osumohu is under attack. Under very heavy attack. Osumohu is under very heavy attack. So wherever you are, say Biafran, continue to pray for our Liberation Army. Continue to support them. Any support you can give to the Liberation Army of Biafra, please do. Make research and see the means to support them. They need to defend our land. They are the only thing we have in the line of defense. The Liberation Army are the only forces we have in the line of defense. These are the people that we have seen their work. We have seen their job. We have seen their effort. We know them. Not propaganda, not blackmail. You have seen them operate. Mazi Simon Ekpa established them. Mazi Nandekano introduced them as the ESN. And Mazi Simon Ekpa rescued them from the hand of the Janjaweed. And since then, they have been working for the Biafran people. We have seen many of them. We know them. We have seen their job, what they did. We have seen how effective they are. We know how equipped they are. So, we must support them. Any place you are, whatever you can do to support the Liberation Army, this is the time to support them. They are under attack as we speak. They are under attack. And we must do everything humanly possible to see that they are safe. Since there is nobody to speak on our behalf, no lawmaker will speak on our behalf. Nobody is standing for us. Nobody will be in the front line to speak on our behalf and say, no, don't take innocent life. No, don't bring terrorists in our land. They are openly bringing terrorists into our territory. The Nigerian government is sponsoring terrorists into our territory. In broad daylight, they are sponsoring criminals. And the criminals are not ashamed. They cover video showing the havoc they are causing in Biafra. And this is unacceptable. We will never forgive. We will never forgive them. For every life they have lost, for every life, every pain they have cost us, we will not forgive. For the properties they are destroying in Osumohu today, the life they are wasting, we will never forgive them. Wherever you are as a Biafran, we must stand strong. This is the same Nigeria that cannot fight the terrorists in the north. Nigeria that cannot secure people in the north. The same Nigeria where kidnapping is the order of the day. Instead of going to protect people and defend the life of the ordinary citizen, they prefer to attack the citizens. They prefer to attack innocent people instead of them going after the terrorists to rescue the people they have kidnapped. Instead of going for rescue, what they are doing is to attack innocent citizens. And this is unacceptable. No sensible and normal human being will accept it. No normal human being, a sane person, will accept what is happening in Biafra land today. A terrorist government that cannot protect its citizens. We know that the primary objective of every government is to protect life and property of its own people. So when you cannot be able to protect life and property, it means you are not worthy to exist or be called a government. In the northern part of Nigeria, the terrorists have taken over completely. They don't even only kidnap people, they kidnap people, they share it online, they go on TikTok, they share the money online, they boast about it, they threaten the government. Recently, just was it yesterday or the day before yesterday, ISWA attacked a barrack and took over. And they are releasing video. Every day we are seeing video that is coming from ISWA. And yet, Nigerian government did not see it necessary to go after them. Instead, they are going after the innocent citizens in Biafra land. And you want us to be silent. You want us to pretend that all is well. We will never pretend. We will never pretend. When we talk about the atrocities on the net, some of you will think we are making it up. I am going to play a video for you to see the havoc the terrorist is causing in the north, but they do not care. All they care about is going after the innocent Biafrans who are fighting for self-determination, which is their own legitimate right. They are busy fighting people who are fighting for their legitimate rights. But they left the terrorists to be running rampage, to be doing whatever they like. They left the terrorists to be operating at will. It is sad. And the whole world is watching. The whole world is watching. And they should continue to watch. Because for us, we will never back down. It does not matter how long it takes. It doesn't matter how risky it is. We will not back down. I want to share with you also a video from the experience of some people. Some people who are in the net of these criminals. For you to understand.
All of us like the same day, they carry us. 9 days run beforehand, like I don't tire. 9 days no we're coming.
For Abuja, I'm starting with Nazran, which is 351 regiment, BT wing, and Amara Barras, and Abuja North of the state. What happened that day, it was a very fateful day on the 6th. On the 6th of, that is the day that we have escaped. On the 6th of February, which is on Friday. So we are just sitting down in the camp, we just had the bandit now saying that there is a helicopter coming. We should now take us to the bush, that we should go and lie down there. So we lie down there a couple of times, 30 minutes ago. So they now tell us we should go back. When we go back, the plane now came back again. So they now took us to the bush back again. So being as a military personnel, they tied me with a chain so that I cannot be able to escape, or if there is any opportunity I will get to collect food, I cannot be able to operate. So unfortunately, I thank God because I was waiting for this kind of opportunity to see that we'll find a way to escape. So I now know today that this is the right time for us to escape. With the volume of fire that I'm hearing from both from the air and then the ground forces are still fighting. So please, we should now use this opportunity and now escape. Because after this opportunity pass away, we cannot see that opportunity again. So we now use the good opportunity. We start working right from 5 o'clock to the next day, which is 1:30 in the afternoon, which is the next day. So if there is any way we see that there is any way that they have their footprint where they are passing by, we normally cross that way to another place. I'll spend 9 days. We are that very faithful day, we are 13 number.
It was me and my mother. We went to visit our family in Ibadan and Advocacy. So on our way back to Kaduna, that was when the thing happened. I started. I'm sleeping when the thing happened. I just started hearing shooting of guns. They said we should come out of the car. I don't even know how I came out from the car. They take us to push us in. The challenges I faced there was many of them are saying they want to marry me. He will marry me. There is one guy that even said he will follow me to my states and he wants to study here.
Imagine the audacity of these idiots. Imagine the audacity of this idiot. This is what people face, innocent people are facing in the hand of these criminals. But Nigerian military will not go after them. Instead, they will be looking for Biafrans to attack. Instead, they will focus on Biafrans, looking for innocent Biafrans to attack. A criminal entity that is not worthy to exist. But yet, they will not do the needful. They will continue to pretend. They will never accept the reality. They will continue to pretend. But for we, the Biafran people, we will never back down. If they like, let them bring all the armor back in Biafra land. That will never change our stance. Because we know what we want. We know whom we are. And we must continue. So wherever you are, please continue to pray for our Liberation Army. Wherever you are. Continue to pray for them. They are fighting for us. The challenges they are facing is because of you and I. So we must continue to support them the best way we can. Pray for the Liberation Army. Any place you are, pray for them. Continue to remember them in your prayers. Don't you ever forget that. We owe them that prayer. And any support you can give, both financial and otherwise, because they need granules to face this challenge that is facing them today. They also need your support. We are not equal to the government. The government have more than enough. But what about us? We must not back down. No matter how difficult it is, we must not back down. So my fellow Biafrans, wherever you are watching this program, your support is needed. If it is prayer, you can pray for the Liberation Army. Pray for them. If you can support them financially, don't wait for anybody to call on you. Do it. If you can support morally, if you can begin to call on your platform and tell the world that war is going on in Biafra land, in Osumohu, it is important. Let the United States of America push their satellite there and see what is happening. Let the international community see what Nigerian government is doing in Biafra territory. That is why we are speaking, and we must continue. So let us listen to their media and hear what they have in their own media before we go to the press.
State finds its way through this week reinforced security measures in a Masiri autonomous community in Afikpo local government area of the state. The governor extended the closure of schools despite easing the duration of the curfew in the area. The decision followed a State Security Council meeting to reassess the security situation in Amasiri and neighboring communities in the wake of the deadly violence linked to the Okorojo killings. Residents are permitted to conduct lawful activities between 7 a.m. and 6 p.m., a move the governor described as a reflection of measurable progress recorded by security agencies deployed to the area. Well, Vice President of Masiri Town Union, Maduka Amadi, joins us now to discuss the crisis, the headline position of the Ebonyi State Governor, with Governor Uwofuru on the matter, and efforts being made to restore law and order. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us on News Day.
Yeah, good afternoon.
So, can you explain, clearly what triggered the current crisis in the Masiri and how it has affected daily life, businesses, schools, and security in the community?
Yes, actually, before I proceed, I would like to let you know that this land dispute between Amase and its sister community, Oseda, it has been there for decades. Yeah, almost the 3 executive governors of Ebonyi State have handled this matter. It is so appalling and surprised to in this current situation that the present governor, the way he's handling it, has caused it to escalate. I want to remind you, in the year 2002, there is a white paper between Wenoso and Akize had the same confrontation in the land dispute area. Governor Samumiye would then arrange a peace committee after their findings. There were white paper produced for what government should do to avert further crisis. What that intelligence report, what they prophesied in that 2002, 24 years ago, is now playing out. It is well stated, I have it in my gadget here, in that white paper, that if government to come and delineate boundary between Oso and Akese, between Oso and Namasre, because at the ab initio, Oso was not the rightful owner. They came in as an intruder. And as time goes on, they keep annexing. But let me switch over. In the year 2023, there were the same riot again that came up under Governor Dave Umahi, the present Minister of Works today. He handled it intelligently. It did not escalate. There was the same white paper again. And that white paper, they refer it to that 2002. They gave them the one of 2002. They say, go through this white paper and now advise government on what to do in the same land dispute. Because now it was between Oso and Amasre. And government studied the 2002 white paper, come up again at 2023 and said, government, look at what you will do now end this crisis. Delineate boundary, build police post to avert further crisis in this area. I don't know why government has played complicit in the whole thing. They have refused to. And we, people of the loving people of Farmers, we have written series of complaints, letter reminding government, implement this peace report because we are seeing it as a panacea for a permanent peace. But let me switch over to the latest fracas of January 29, 2026. In the Amasri setting, there is a body called Esa Amasri. They have the power to maintain, implement laws across the environs. So sometime last year, there was an order that every burial will be holding at the end of every month. This latest attack came as a surprise because that very day it was all over 50 burials within the Masri environment. We were busy with burial, with celebration. People came all over the world from abroad within the Nigeria, and we were on the burial. When this news break out, there was an attack in our sister community of Brother. We were dumbfounded. Condemn that attack. And we unequivocally said, Governor, we will support you. Launch an independent investigation, fix the perpetrators. Let them face the law. But it is so surprised the governor visited the scene on the 30th. It was at the scene of the event. The governor, who has earlier made a press statement in the morning on the 30th of January, visited the scene around 2 p.m. It was at the scene of the event as a premeditated script. He dissolved the political leadership from Amasri. He dissolved anybody holding political appointment. All of them were relieved of the appointment. The two traditional rulers were dethroned. Not only they were dethroned, on the night of 31st of January 2026, the military officers invaded their home in the middle of the night, bundled them like a common criminal. Two of them are still in the prison as well this afternoon. we are still pleading and asking government, whatever measure you are putting in place. But what we are not supporting is the general punishment, shutting down of schools, shutting down of hospitals, shutting down of markets for over 3 weeks now. That is exactly what has crippled it. Had nothing moves. Soldier has invaded. They will tell you they come for peace meeting, but they have invaded the environment. You know, where there is military invasion, not what they told you they are going to do. They are now going search to house, going search by search, intimidating people, even women. Some women we have.
That is what the governors want.
People they have killed.
That is what they are doing to Biafra.
Oh, a lot of atrocities.
You know, we commiserate with your community for the level of violence that has been enacted,
perpetrated by the government.
It seems as though the governor might have been heavy-handed in the way he collectively punished the community due to what happened.
That is what Abuja instructed him to do. How did
this go from a land disagreement to this level of barbaric violence? Obviously, for the governor to collectively punish everyone in such a severe way, something must have happened. So what happened? We heard that there were some people that were beheaded. We heard the level of violence was increased. You do say that there were burials going on so that your community was not a part of it. But why does he think that your Amasiri people were part of it? And why does he think that he has to go to such a length to show that it can't happen like this? Have you people been able to independently fish out the bad actors in your community? Because it can also be one or two bad eggs. Have you been able to identify your own problem from within so that you at least have something to, discuss? Because an independent investigator, the governor, he's not going to do, it doesn't seem like he's going to do as much since he's already punished you guys collectively. So what is the way forward?
Let me remind you, the first week of December 2025, due to the letter we sent to the Ministry of Commissioner for Land Dispute and Conflict Resolution in Ebonyi State, because of the letter we sent to them, they invited both the communities, and we had what is called peace accord.
This is after the violence.
No, I am just telling you the moves and initiative we have put in place to tell you that we really need peace. I am not holding brief for anyone who might have killed anybody and beheaded it. Like I said, I condemn the act. And the entire Masri does not support killings. That's why we strongly support the governor to launch independent investigation so that innocent people will not be punished along the line. You understand my point? Like you see now, there is no registration of pupils in the ongoing common entrance exam, which means Amasri will not participate. Even secondary school, WAEC and NECO, they have structured the system and asked no teacher to register them within the state. That's what we are saying. We are not supporting barbarism. There have been certain moves, certain peace initiatives we are put in place. Time to time, we are written to government, asking government. We are now saying that if you implement all these white papers that have been written concerning this land dispute, I think it is the only thing that will bring lasting peace. We have done that to a length, where governor knows that we really want peace. But what happened on the 29th day of January 2026, like I said, we were so dumbfounded because it was a period where Masri had a massive barrier within the town was so busy. So, peradventure, if some miscreants is hiding under this conflict, enough to damage the whole image of Masri, that is the area we are saying, Governor. It's not, Masri has never sit anywhere and agree for an attack. You should launch independent investigation. We will even help you. Even the traditional rulers, those two traditional rulers in the prison custody, they're supposed to be a good source of information to the government. Help him. Then we help him a lot. Not holding them in the prison. It won't solve any problem.
So what assurances are you seeking from the state government right now, to guarantee lasting peace? And how soon do you realistically expect normalcy to return?
Yes, I am optimistic that government has the power. Like one of the traditional rulers, His Royal Highness Godfrey Obeko, is a man of peace, a retired civil servant. I remember each time in our sermon, in our village meetings, he will be preaching for peace. He will be telling the youth that after God is government, that nobody fights government. am optimistic that if government will relax this curfew and release these our leaders, these leaders will help government. If truly the government has done their investigation and find out that this dastard act was carried out by our people, these two engine leaders will help the government to feed them out. That's the assurance I'm having. But I'm optimistic that we are so disposed to whatever means that the government want to put in place, as long as it will bring a lasting peace, so that people can return back. Our town today is so desolate. Nobody, men and women have deserted the town. So check out a scenario where people will not, by next academic season, the whole clan will not have students that will be going to the other class. The thing is so appalling.
And since the previous agreements, including this 2003 committee white paper, all failed, what is one specific action that can be made by the state government, the National Boundary Commission, anyone, in order to ensure that this is the last time blood is shed over this land?
Sometime May last year, 2025, the people of Amasra, patiently waiting for government to implement any of the peace committee recommended, because one thing that I'm clear is, in this peace committee, it is notable characters that have been selected between Amasre and the neighboring communities. Men of substance. They are the one that penned down this resolution and saying this is what to do in this trouble area. Then, after we waited for government and we were running out of patience. I want to remind you again, sometime last year, the people of Amasre went to court. They approached the court of law to determine their fate. Because since they have been agitating that the land where the Okorojo people of Okorojo Ameta also Green is living is Amasre land. They have the documents, they have the proof that this land belongs to them. But we are also aware, as progressive people, that even in Nigerian constitution, if you stay for someone's land for some time, you become an indigent of that place. So we are not grading. We are no longer asking them to leave or vacate the land. But what Amasri people is now saying is that, government, we want you to delineate this land, because this our sister community, they have the plan to keep annexing this land. Keep annexing this land. And we do not want to be engaging in war fracas. So, do you know what governor did last year? Governor called us for a meeting. And we went. He said, if we want him to meddle into that case, let us go and withdraw that case. And we withdrew it in obedience, because it's the governor of that state, it's our father. We can't disobey him. And we withdraw this case, waiting that government will do the needful. Up till today, none of these things were implemented. That's how, when this crisis keep coming, we are almost offended and fed up.
It is sponsored by the government. They want the crisis. Don't be fed up.
Incriminating evidence against them that you are not privy to.
They are the ones fueling the insecurity everywhere.
Just as we are discussing this afternoon, I heard they have been arraigned to court today. So maybe after the appearance of court today, put against them might be made known to us. But as it stands, there is no tangible evidence that could say this was what led to the arrest. Because I know two of them very well. One of them is a retired police officer. Very disciplined man. He doesn't even want nonsense to come near him. And the other one, like I told you, is a retired civil servant. So I wonder why the governor has taken this thing in this measure. I will only pray, say God, if using Amasri as a scapegoat will bring a lasting peace.
Well, Dr. Amadi, the Vice President of Amasri Town Union, thank you.
That is what Nigeria has done, and that is what you get from the Zoological Republic. Nothing good comes from the zoo. This thing they are complaining about, the two villages are fighting, the people that are fueling it is Nigerian Zoological Republic. They sponsor it through their governors. The caliphate create this problem. They create this chaos. They keep you busy fighting each other while they are busy milking your area, while they are busy using their terrorists to take over. That is what they have done over and over again, and we know them. We know their plans, we know their antecedents. So we are not, whenever they start this, their nonsense, we know. Once we see them, we know. That is why we will never back down. As for us, the Biafran people, we will never back down. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. We will continue to match them head on. We will continue to face the Janjaweed head on. Wherever you are as a Biafran, don't you ever give up. Don't you ever give up. We will continue to expose their lies. We will continue to expose their idiocy. Anytime we come across their content, we expose their madness. No matter how they try to pretend. Every time we come across them, we will expose them. So let us hear what Charles has to say on his own report. These are people who are there working for the Caliphate.
High-profile prosecution, which appears to be colliding with high constitutional stakes. The DSS has filed a 3-count charge against former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai, alleging unlawful interception of the National Security Advisor's communication, alongside failure to report a cybercrime and conduct capable of endangering national security. The case now sits before the Federal High Court in Abuja. But beyond the headlines lies a harder legal question. Does a televised political remark amount to proof of technical interception? Can commentary substitute for forensic evidence? And where does prosecutorial discretion end and constitutional restraint begin? Is this a necessary assertion of national security law, or a case that will ultimately rise or fall on the rigors of hard evidence? Well, Chief Festus Obuje is a lawyer and president of the Campaign for Social Justice and Constitutional Democracy in Africa. He's written an article arguing that in criminal law, gravity and rhetoric cannot replace evidentiary discipline. And Barrister Obuje joins me now on the line from Port Harcourt. Thank you very much indeed for joining us, and thank you for your patience as we debated the electoral matters here in the studio. Let's start with the evidentiary threshold, because you argue that gravity must be matched by proof based on what is publicly known, which is all we know at the moment. Do you believe the prosecution currently meets that threshold?
Well, thank you, Charles, for bringing me on here. The threshold is defined by law, hard law, and not sentiment. So, rhetorics cannot come in. The evidentiary threshold is very strong, particularly if you're dealing with cybercrime and issues related to telecommunications, because they are provided for by the law. You cannot deviate from the essence of the path that it has already created. The nucleus of that threshold is defined within the ambit of the Cybercrime Act, and which act requires that there must be an intentional disposition of the accused person or any suspect, anybody suspected to have committed that offense. It's not just that it should be intentional, it should be unauthorized, and it relates to technical interception. And these matters are things that will meet with the standards of trial in the criminal matter beyond reasonable doubt. I've taken a look at the 3 charges, the charges formulated, and I begin to ask myself a question whether it actually meets the demands of a digital investigation, whether it was a proper, there has to be a proper digital investigation as to make judicial scrutiny an easy sale, and I doubt if it is. Because apart from the theatre of substance and material in the 3 charges, I also see that it does not meet the required standards of maybe a charge, properly so called, in a matter of this nature. Cybercrime, which proof must be very substantial and substantive, requires forensic evidence, requires forensic investigation. It takes a lot to understand that the allegation must be specific and it must be identifiable and it must be legally attributable. You must attribute directly to a particular person, not to to an individual who's unknown, or probably somebody has made a speech which can fall within the realm of circumstantial evidence, and you think you can bring it as a charge, and somebody is on the television just as I'm talking now, and they make reference to something somebody else has done, somebody you do not know. But then you look at it again from where the burden of proof starts. It starts from the prosecution to prove that there has been actually a tampering or an interception to the phones or the communication devices of the National Security Advisor. How they go about it. So I think they're a little too hasty that what.
Right, let me come in here, Chief Obucho, because of course it is possible that the public simply hasn't seen the strongest parts of the DSS's case yet. In that regard, I mean, if forensic evidence later shows device traces, for example, or digital logs linking Nasir El-Rufai to an intersection, would your position shift considerably?
It will shift, but then I'll still have some reservations. Reservations in the sense that El-Rufai may not be the actual person to be held responsible for that or to be culpable for that crime. If it shows, except he's an accessory after the fact, or maybe there's been some conspiracy on his part. But if it is something, because you say he got knowledge of that transmission, that interception, it depends on the fallout of the investigation, which must be thorough and laid on very solid grounds as to attract a proper judicial scrutiny.
Right. Let me put it another way. Okay. You say in your article that criminal liability attaches to conduct, not commentary, and I think you made the same point here. But can public admission of knowledge also amount to incriminating evidence? I mean, if someone publicly references an intercepted call, does that not at least create probable cause for investigation?
Probable cause for investigation, yes, and then the investigation must be thorough and direct, must show that there's a direct activity of the gentleman responsible in that particular action as to attribute illegality or criminality to him. But if it is founded on wishy-washy investigation procedures that does not touch on the substance and the real issues surrounding that interception, it cannot stand. To sustain a criminal trial, it requires a lot of, particularly in the Cybercrimes Act or any of these telecommunication areas of activity, it requires a whole lot of thoroughness. Because, like I said, it has to be digital. Proof has to be digital, right? We don't bring in circumstantial evidence into it at all. If somebody had tampered with the device of the National Security Advisor, which I consider to be very serious, in all its ramifications, of course, that person will be directly culpable for it, and not that somebody say that other person said that. That's on proof by the prosecution that there was actually an interception and a tampering with the device.
Right. Well, I mean, as you said, if the NSA's communication was indeed intercepted, that would automatically constitute a grave national security breach, regardless of how it happened. But in your article, you also raised concern about prosecutorial authority. Are you suggesting, just for the sake of clarity, are you suggesting that the DSS may be overstepping its constitutional remit, even if it has credible intelligence? Because you seem to be suggesting that it would have been institutionally cleaner, let me use that term, for the Attorney General to take the lead in filing the charges.
I am not suggesting that the DSS had overstepped the bounds. I am only saying that there are no bounds to step. The Department of State Security Services, we see it, a lot of people see it as an offshoot of the SSS, which exists under the statutes, but the later baptismal understanding of what it is now does not exist in the statute book. For prosecutorial powers to be existed, or to be said to be existing, it must have the necessary mandate, the legal framework must be there, and it must be dominated by that statute or by the provisions of the Constitution. The Police Act there, for instance, is very, very clear on it. The EFCC Act, also the ICPC Act, but which portion of the Act, which portion of the law gives the DSS the prosecutorial powers to file charges in the court? Somebody had argued that the name of the Attorney General is the matter. It doesn't really matter. The Attorney General cannot donate that power to the Department of Security Services, even by way of fiat, except if it has been properly mandated under a statute, under the law, and it doesn't exist under the law yet. So the prosecutorial powers is very, very important in determining the inclinations or the powers of the DSS to file charges. This argument has been going on for quite some time. I remember it's an intelligence organization. It's there to gather intelligence for national security, to ensure that the internal security is not prejudiced. But where it gets these prosecutorial powers to file charges and to arraign or do whatever, what they usually do is that somewhere in the middle of the trial, they will join officials of the Ministry of Justice or the Attorney General will take over the prosecution. But that's not what the law requires, because as far as I'm concerned, I looked at the names there on the charge sheet. I think there are about 5 of them. And they are all lawyers. Yes, they have the power, they are solicitors and advocates of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. But for them to file a charge under a non-existing institution, it will be regarded that they are private prosecutors, and then for them to sustain it, they have to go through the procedure under the Administration of Criminal Justice Act to bring criminal charges as private prosecutors.
Right. Okay.
So it cannot transform or transmit from a private prosecution to a public prosecution back and forth by the authority of the Attorney General.
Right, okay. We're almost out of time, and I apologize for that, because the debate we had earlier sort of ate into the time that we had allotted for you. But you write that Nigeria's democratic maturity will be measured by institutional fidelity to due process. If this case collapses for lack of proof, what would that say about institutional discipline? And conversely, if the prosecution succeeds, will that validate the DSS's approach or simply demonstrate that the evidence was stronger than critics assumed? And we've got about a minute.
Well, the probabilities are there. But I think it's better we put our house in order to get things done correctly so that we don't go bringing matters of conjecture and banding them as charges before courts, hoping that because of trial or adjudication, it could be lucky to get a conviction or guilt. It's not done like that. There must be some specifics attached to prosecution. These specifics amount to the status of the agency, the quality of the lawyers, the nature of the offenses, the level of prosecution, investigation before the prosecution. That things are thoroughly done, that you don't just push the matter to the court anyhow, simply because you want to get a conviction, or maybe because you want to satisfy the authorities that the Federal Republic of Nigeria is on its toes in terms of prosecution. You're very, very correct, because for us to get a proper, particularly high-profile prosecutions, there must be some elements of fidelity with the rule of law, with the due process of the law, the provisions of the Constitution. So I want to attain a very, very good level of potency and validation.
Okay. I apologize for interrupting you, but we are indeed out of time. Chief Festus Abuja is a lawyer and president of the Campaign for Social Justice and Constitutional Democracy in Africa. He was talking to me on the line there from Port Harcourt. Thank you very much.
It is good we bring these informations for you to know the decay of Nigeria. As they hide them, we're going to bring them. Just like as you see them, they are dragging on the what do they call it, electronic voting, lying from all corners of their mouth, propaganda everywhere. We will continue to expose them. We will continue to expose the Zoological Republic in all their maneuver, in all their atrocities, in all the evil they are perpetrating against the Biafran people, more especially. We will never allow them to hide it. So before we round up, we are going to go to the conventional media in one of their news lines, Sahara Reporters to be precise. Let us see the informations they have on their news and we talk about it. This one says APC suspends Abia congresses amid speculation over Alex OT alleged planned defection. This is the only thing they pass. Abia State Governor. They are hoping that Abia State Governor want to defend to APC, the party of the terrorists. And watch it. If Abia State Governor finally joins the party of the terrorists, you will see what will happen in Abia State. You see what will happen at a place where people don't have policy. They behave anyhow. Mad idiots. This one says Senate President Akpabio says Nigeria new electoral law is first of its kind since independence. Just imagine the idiot. Electoral law that you refuse to sign on time. Transferring electronic transfer of election on time. They refuse to put that. They still included manual transfer that is causing problem, and he calling it one of a kind. Mad people everywhere. Idiots. This one says group threatened to sue National Assembly police for firing tear gas against Abuja electoral reform protests. That is your own better self saying tear gas than fire one. You are lucky they didn't take your life. You're lucky it's just tear gas. This one says Senate majority bent on undermining transparency. Senator Dixon accuses colleague over electronic vote clouds. That is it. They will never hear. Criminals. They call themselves senators. The will of the people cannot be respected. Only how to steal, rig election. That is why we say election doesn't count. You're being part of the election, you are wasting your time. Court sets March 31 to rule on alleged victimization of UI students over fee protest. That is the zoo for you. Group call for probe into police attack on protesting demanding transparency election in Abuja. You are calling for probe. Who is going to probe who? Is it not the same government that sent them to probe who? Waste of time. Biondo Deyofu, man who pushed the frontier of knowledge by Yaro Yusuf Mama. ICPC confirms detention of former Kaduna Governor El Rufai over fresh probe. That is what he was doing to people. Remember when he was the governor, locking people off right, left, and center, you talk and lock it. Today, it is his turn. It is his turn today. He's going from one place to the other, locking him up. Mad people everywhere. Humans, not computer, declare result. Tinubu insists e-transmission won't replace manual voting. You see, the main chief terrorist, the chief fraudster and drug baron, he is saying that they will never remove manual voting. It must be there because that is what they used to rig the election. And some of you are jumping up and down. You think that the election is going to save you. We told you that the election cannot save you, but you will not hear. Onogano there. Rulak petition Ogun Chief Judge over commercialization of bail by magistrate court. That one at the order of the day, now not be the one be the first one. They do it everywhere. OPED in defense of the Cuban people by Femi Falana, the one Nigerianist. Nigerian extradited from Mexico gets 8 years in US prison for 1.75 billion tax fraud. 1.75 billion tax fraud, imagine. Nigerian extradited to US over alleged sexual extortion linked to teens' death in Pennsylvania. Extradition. US is not Nigeria where you do something wrong and I think you escape. You can't escape. The arm of the law in the US is very, very, very hard. Look at this one. Christian coalition kick against plan to establish Hizbah commission in multi-religious Niger states. With all this thing that is happening, with all this terrorism that's going on away, they want to put Hizbah. These people don't want to give in. Allow us to go. You don't want people to go. You want people to force them into your Islamization agenda. We will never succumb to them. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. A Montego officer who fought for formal appointment letter arrested by NLDA. Wife remained in custody. You won't try. Illegality everywhere in Nigeria. Mad people. 10.27 billion fraud. Kogi COS, Ali Bello's co-accused crumble in Abuja court. Admit Dure's claim was false. That is it. Everywhere. Over 1,000 Kenyans recruited to fight in Russia-Ukraine war. Intelligence report revealed. In Ukraine or Russia, be careful. If you are going in any of those places to fight, be careful. You better fight in your country. Former South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol sentenced to life imprisonment for insurrection. You can't sentence any Nigerian president. If he's in Nigeria, it's impossible. The presidents are untouchable. No matter the crime they commit, they keep their immunity. Even after they have served, they keep their immunity. President Tinubu requests use helicopter from Germany Chancellor to boost Sahel security. Imagine. This man is shameless, disgracing Nigeria everywhere, disgracing himself and his fellow Nigerians. After you look at President Tinubu requests use helicopter from Germany Chancellor to boost Sahel security. Mad people everywhere. Mad people everywhere. Bunch of idiots. Nigerian police say TikToker Marabel will face prosecution if rape claim is proven false. This one say breaking. Nigerian military makes fresh arrest over alleged coup plot against Tinubu. Oh, they still arrest coup plotters. They never finish. Now the coup, when they talk say it not happened before. Now they are still arresting more coup plotters. Before they said it's a lie. But today, more arrests is being made. Mad people everywhere. Driver bystander killed as container truck collide on Lagos highway. That is Nigeria. Lawlessness. Everything is a trap to take your life. Sex offenders Epstein, ex-Israeli PM Barak allegedly exploited Boko Haram crisis to sell Israel spy tech in Nigeria report. Mad people everywhere. Continue your propaganda while people are busy doing what they have to do to secure themselves. You are busy pushing propaganda. You think propaganda will help you. Kwara United apologizes. Condemn fans attack on NPFL match official River United played. Gunmen kill Ondo monarch in failed abduction attempt. Imagine. They don't enter Ondo State. They don't enter Ondo State. No be Kwara again. When we say they will take over Yoruba land, some of them think it's a joke. It is gradually coming. Government killed Ondo monarch in failed abduction attempt. As they want kidnap them, they not succeed. They will fire. Gas explosion in Pakistan killed 13, including 7 children. Sad. UK orders social media platforms to remove non-consensual images within 48 hours. Which one be this one? Which one they won't to introduce again? Islamic United Kingdom. Islamic United Kingdom. Which one they will introduce? UK other social media platforms to remove non-consensual images within 48 hours. That is it. Every day. Now, Islamic United Kingdom is introducing new things. Mad people. Leave now. Poland tells citizens in Iran as US military action looms. All the Polish people in Iran. Leave now. Poland tells citizens in Iran as US military action looms. Iran go hear when should be they say then they hear what. Families of military officers accused of plotting coup against Tinubu decries delay tactics ahead of trial. That is them now. We want to hold them and finish the election first. Rivers Assembly suspend impeachment move against Governor Fubara after Tinubu's intervention. We know. You don't join APC now. Once you join APC, all your sins are forgiven. This one says, Delta youth confront accused soldier deployed to mining firm of harassing residents. That is what they do now. When they come, they leave their post and they go and begin to harass residents, collecting money from them. That is what they do. That is what the Nigerian military is known for. Delta residents accuse soldiers deployed to mining firm of harassing youth. That is what they do. Any place you see them in Biafra land, they use that opportunity to extort. Extortion is the order of the day. Approved by the zoo themselves. Pregnant woman fighting for life after Lagos police officer knock her off motorbike. Imagine, a pregnant woman. A pregnant woman knocked off motorbike. That is how bad Nigeria is. A pregnant woman, and you knock her off the motorbike because you want to collect bribe. There is no other reason than you want to collect bribe. And the pregnant woman will not be fighting for her life. If she dies now, that is the end of it. Mad people. NSA Nuhu Ribadu accused of unlawful detaining woman for 10 months for recording alleged romantic video call with Tinubu. You see? Oh, so Tinubu they even do love. NSA Nuhu Ribadu accused of unlawfully detaining woman for 10 months for recording alleged romantic video call with Tinubu. Romantic video call with Tinubu. NSA go detain the woman. Hey, Nigeria. So Tinubu see they do love. They do love on phone. You see they do phone love. Interpol burns cybercrime network in Nigeria. 15 other African countries arrest 651 people. This one says Russia denies recruiting up to 1,000 Kenyans to fight in Ukraine war. Says foreigners fight voluntarily. That is it. Before I'm going to go put you a knife for you. No, you take flight, enter Russia. It's not force. Suspected La Corua terrorists killed dozen in coordinated attack across KB community. There is no day that you will not hear terrorist attack in Nigeria. That day doesn't exist. No single day lives are not wasted in Nigeria. Every single day there is always loss of life in Nigeria. Every day, people must die. That is what Nigeria is. Edo police deny viral claim. 3 northerners found in bush were recruited by police DPO for kidnapping. How una no go deny am? Una go deny am now? Will you be agree before? Ondo government releases only 6% of Amoteku equipment fund in 2025 amid rising insecurity kidnapping. See? Create Amoteku, no enforcement, they didn't arm them, so they just go and risk their life and die in the hand of the terrorists. Kano Islamic Police arrest 9 for eating in public during Ramadan fast. You see? They arrest 9 people for eating in public. Even some of us that are living in in Islamic land, you can't see such arrest. They don't arrest anybody for eating. Fasting is for you to fast if you want to fast. If you don't want to fast, it's up to you. You don't force people. Even some of us that are living in Arab country, they don't arrest. But in Kano, in a secular country, Islamic police arrest 9 for eating in public during Ramadan fast. They arrest somebody because he eat in public. And the people might not be Muslims. In a secular state. That is why we must end this madness called Nigeria. King Charles breaks silence after arrest of brother Prince Andrew over misconduct allegation. Islamic United Kingdom. You can go here and Mazen Nani cannot cost you and you think it's a joke. You will see him. Nigerian troops kill top Boko Haram commander, arrest drone supplier. Now the drone be this say toy. Now this toy, maybe the drone supplier. Carry toy, give them, you arrest. They will give it big name. Nigerian troop arrest Boko Haram commander. And you will think they arrested a human being. They will address, they will just cook up one drama. When they say drones now, you think that look at what this man is holding. Toy, this man is holding in his hand. That is the drone they mention. They go and buy a toy in the market and give him to parade him and say you've arrested somebody. Mad people everywhere. Mad people. PIT toilet inside cell. Journalist Ahmed Lee calls detention ordered by Niger Governor Bogo in hell. That is it. Governors, they arrest anybody, talk against them, they take you, nobody will talk. Nigerian Justice Ministry spend 147 million on toilet renovation in 2025 and 403 million in 2024. Just for toilets. Just for toilets. Una they try very well. Try. European Union designates Iran Revolutionary Guard as terrorists amid tension with the US. Boko Haram terrorists threaten Kebbi with imminent attack, demand 100 million zakat payment. Imagine the audacity that terrorist group will demand the money. And they're going to pay. They will pay this money because if you don't pay, government will not protect you. This is the funny thing. And it is because they are paying. That is why they have the audacity to be issuing this order every time, collecting ransom and kidnapping. People are paying. They are paying. And they don't hide it. Either they write you a letter to pay or they come and collect it. If you don't pay, nobody will protect you. Look at it. Boko Haram terrorists threaten Kebbi with imminent attack, demand 100 million zakat payment. They must pay 100 million or else they will attack them. And they will pay because government will not protect them. Nigerian Navy Chief of Operation, Rear Admiral Musa Katagon, dies after illness. Rest in peace. African Trade Union Congress slam US embargo on Cuba, demands immediate lifting. Nonsense. Nonsense. African Trade Union. Trade. Which is a trade? UK government blocks approval for possible US strike on Iran, rising British bases. Yeah. Islamic nation of UK. Of course, anything that US says, they will stand against it. UK government blocks approval for possible US strike on Iran using British bases. Who cares? Who cares? When you go backfire on your head, you will defend yourself now. US can defend themselves. They have many other bases to use. Eric Chelle demands 24 hours electricity, 130,000 monthly salary from Nigerian government in proposed contract. The Zoological Republic. The Road to Doctors Nigeria by Azo Ishiepene. Writer. South African police arrest late Zimbabwean President Mugabe's son in Johannesburg for shooting gatherer. See? Zimbabwe, Mugabe's son, shoot gatherer. That is above the law. That is what they do. All these president's sons and president uncle and whatever, they feel that they are above the law. They can take innocent life. The same way their parents were doing. Like father, like son. You can take the life of the innocent. Nobody will hold you accountable. You can do anything and get away with it. And South Africa have done their job to arrest you. It remains prosecution now. Before you know it now, there will be phone calls, exchanging of phone calls. After exchange of phone calls, that one will die a natural death. Nobody will talk about it again. That is how Africa operates. Delta activists, Agbawo, petition High Court Chief Judge to transfer cyber stalking case over alleged breaches. That is it. Intimidation of people right, left, and center. This one say Senate Committee Chairman Senator Mpigi from River State dies at 64. Bring back my husband, dead or alive. Activist Dadiata's wife tell Nigerian government. That's it. Dadiata case has not come up because of Rufai. Wait, if Rufai join his PC tomorrow, that case will die a natural death. Scandal hit Nigerian Foreign Ministry, NTAC, DG, associate accused of $480,000 diversion, $480,000 diversion, illegal tenure extension. That is what Nigeria is known for: fraud, illegality, and fraud. We see it again and again and again. My fellow Biafrans, I appreciate every single one of you that have joined us on this very evening program. We will continue to expose the madness and the idiocy in that zoological republic. We will continue to expose the Janjaweedism that is ongoing every day. We will continue to expose all the madness that is going on. Whenever we see it, we will expose it. The nonsense they are doing today, and they call it election, the madness they are doing, we will continue to expose it. And wherever you are, like and share this program. Tell the world about the attack that is going in Biafra land today. Biafra land is under attack. Osumohu, to be precise. Biafra land is under invasion. Osumohu is under invasion as we speak. So continue to speak about it, share it, and tell anyone you can tell what is going on in our land. We will not pretend we are not seeing it. We cannot say it is not happening. You know that they will not report it. They will not report it. So it is we that will report what is happening in our land. So wherever you are, please continue to pray for the Liberation Army of Biafra. Pray for our Liberation Army. Any place you are, pray for them. Pray that Chukwu Okike will protect them. Pray that the wish of the enemy will never happen in them. Pray that Chukwu Okike will fight this battle for them. The enemy that we know they are not going to back up. They will do everything they can to continue to keep us in captivity. But I bet you we will never ever give up. So, my fellow Biafrans, I appreciate every one of you that have joined us on this very evening section. And tomorrow we are going to come back with another explosive section. So wherever you are, hang on with us. Tomorrow we are coming with another explosive section in the morning section. Join us in our morning section tomorrow. We have so many things to do tomorrow. There are so many important information, and we're going to bring a first-hand update on this attack in Osumohu tomorrow. There are so many other information that are coming in that we're going to discuss tomorrow. So like and share this program to others and inform others to join us. If you have not yet subscribed, subscribe. Touch the notification bell so that when we come up tomorrow, you will be informed immediately and you will join us. May Chukwu Okike be our guide and protect every single one of us that has participated on this evening program. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, guide and protect our Prime Minister Mazi Samaneba. No weapon formed or fashioned against us shall prosper, and no weapon formed or fashioned against our leader shall prosper. Thank you so much for being part of this program, and have a wonderful night. Stay blessed, my wonderful people of Biafra. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow.
This is from Biafrans Got Talent. We are letting Biafrans know the reason why we should remember those who gave their lives for us, those who died, that we may live.
You died to end my suffering. You died fighting for my freedom. Your blood is the seed of redemption. You are my inspiration.
The deed no longer them, military shots at them. 67 to 70, we remember them. 2016, 38 May, memory still lives in our mind till today. Wonder why they refuse to publicize the genocide. The world media turn blind eyes to our plight. It's time to arise, land of the rising sun. Let's rise one more time, let's rise.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes, those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Ipocha massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Tell them I touched me, oh. Remember when me tell you say I touched me, oh. Yeah, I remember that one that called us a Bruce Mero. But the way you go like a Papa Nuku. But them they were bonito. Me tell you what I look pandi, what pandi Samiro. Me tell you what I day. For me the fall and the rest of man I tell you what I do. Me know that you come to tell them say what you say.
I want to promise you something today. We must fight together, no retreat and no surrender. We must hold them down till the end of time. The most important thing is that we will restore Biafra. May your soul rest in peace.
And I look up to the sky with tears in my eyes for other Biafrans and for freedom and to die. We will never forget you as the days go by. You are always in my heart, we'll never be apart.
They fought for our freedom, they died for our freedom. They fought the Nigerian soldiers in the war front, without food, without guns, for our freedom, for our life, for our own good, for our children. We love them, our heroes, we want them.
My heart bleeds when I saw them slain. Where will I be now if not then? They will remain indelible in my heart forever, 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 and ever, and ever, and ever.
We serve in your plantation, and the way you paid us back with your bloody starvation. We play in our history that the death of my people is a mystery. No going back to get to a victory. I had a voice now call for vengeance. I never get bomb, I'ma blow like a vengeance.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes, those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Ipocha massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
song for freedom, and they paid the debt for a freedom. Flag high for those that died in the genocide, fighting for you and I. There is pain in the heart, we bleeding inside, tears in the eyes, so I'm falling here.
This is for my fallen heroes. Keep them motivation, people. It's like I'm looking at myself in the mirror. Cause to be a gas, I need to be a nurse. If we did not retire,
they paid the ultimate price. They died for the freedom of my unborn child. We live for the legacy.
March on, cause we are more than conquerors. Yeah, you know what it is. We must revenge, and we must stand to represent who we are.